Fuck the Rockets. Fuck the Rockets. Fuck the Rockets. Fuck James Harden too. Woo! Hey guys, it's the Fuck the Rockets podcast.
Jesus.
Let's go.
I like the Rockets.
But it's weird that you're on the Fuck the Rockets podcast. Then. Seems like an interesting choice.
No Kawhi, no problem. Unless he goes down the Warriors series.
Yeah, but in terms of the Rockets.
No, fam. We're a system team.
I know.
Any players can compete.
I'd just like to apologise to all the Rockets fans.
And all the children listening.
Oh,
expletive.
are kids listening to this? Don't listen to this if you're kids. Don't do your homework or some shit, man.
Well, that's right. Got to bump up those numbers.
We gotta get someone listening. This is the Bucketscast. I'm S Ren. How are you guys going? Oh, you guys also have names.
Oh wow.
No, it's just S Ren.
Just S
We're going
Ren.
to talk about the Rockets sucking.
Yeah, with Trevor
S Ren
Ariza.
1, S Ren 2,
Patrick
S Ren
Beverley.
3.
Yeah.
4.
No.
You can call him Patrick Beverley.
Me?
I don't know who's Patrick Beverley out of us, actually. Maybe that's true.
Do you guys want to say your real names? Like Matt, Jake, and Rob?
Hello.
Maybe Ryan Anderson.
You know my name, not my story.
Ryan Anderson, Jake, and we don't know. Yeah, let's talk a bit of basketball that isn't me rudely singing about the Rockets.
I guess since we're already on the Rockets,
Actually,
we should
fuck
probably
James Harden as well.
Oh,
Don't know
okay.
if I've got to that one, but yeah.
Love you, James.
Right.
Since we're already talking
we should-
about the Rockets, let's just straight into them.
Yeah.
That was a depressing last
They did a
couple of
real
games
bad
from
job.
them.
Yeah. You think you'd win Game 6 at home with the other team's franchise player out?
Yeah.
I would have thought so.
They just
Yeah.
didn't have
Like,
anything.
for me, it wasn't even like winning the game. It was just they didn't fucking try. They were lost by 40 fucking points.
I couldn't
40
believe the
points
margin.
at home.
Like, I get the Spurs are pretty good. You could lose to them in Game 6 conceivably.
No
40
Tony
points.
and no Kawhi. 40
and
points.
then the same Spurs team jumping forward a
Exact
little bit,
same team.
lost by like 40 points to the Warriors. Like,
Yeah,
it wasn't
they lost the close game 1. Then Kawhi is out again, so it's the exact same lineup, and they got
smacked
absolutely
by the Spurs.
slaughtered by Golden State.
I think it wasn't that close. It wasn't that too bad in the end, but like halfway through the game,
It was.
like,
It's
40
the same.
points.
It's the same as like today's
matter.
game where
Yeah.
the Celtics only lost by 14, 15 points, but you know,
It was like a
morally they
25
lost
point
by
difference.
184 points.
Yeah, that wasn't... Yeah, the
Yeah.
playoffs might suck, guys. We might have, like, peaked at Celtics Wizards.
That was
yeah,
good though.
that was.
No, Warriors, Cavs, the
Before we
three
jump
I mean, it's gonna be good.
Will
isn't
be-
it?
Before we
Great.
jump to other series, we'll talk about
Actually,
the
fuck
Rockets. and the-
Celtics in 7. Alright.
we should finish on the Rockets.
Rockets.
We've forgotten them like
What
they
do
forgot to
they
play.
need?
Yo.
Against
What do
us.
they need to change?
Oh, I don't know. Who do they add?
Because you look at it and you think a very, very well built team around
Yeah.
James Harden. They played well most of the playoffs. They had a bad few games, but even when they were playing at their best, they just never looked like they were going to be a team that could really win a series over Golden
Do you
State.
reckon they can get Draymond Green somehow? Because that would help.
Oh.
if you
That would
got
help a
Draymond
fair
Green.
bit. I don't know
If
what,
the league, actually put something into place about GOAT players signing vets wins at these super teams, maybe.
for fantasy. If there was a fantasy draft,
Yeah.
maybe they'd get him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Is Trevor Ariza a free agent? I feel like he might be, or am I making that up?
I'm not sure.
Like,
I'm not
But they've
sure.
got
I'm not
they've
gonna
got Gordon
say.
and Anderson and Harden.
Gordon Ramsay.
Who doesn't Gordon Ramsay?
You almost did.
I've been watching a lot of Gordon Ramsay recently.
Yeah,
Actually.
you're like
It's
Gordon
just really
Anderson.
good. Like Kitchen Nightmares is good shit.
Love it.
So they've got Anderson and Gordon, obviously Harden, Clint Capella. So they've got their core to stick around.
Ariza's not a free agent next year. He's got one more.
One more year, okay. I just they need some more defense somehow.
I think
to fit in that lineup.
One of the big things for the Rockets as well in those last couple of games was Nene going down. He's
Yeah.
like such
Yeah.
an underrated leader of
he
that
was
team.
he was really good this year, like a bit of a rebirth for him.
Yeah.
And they didn't really trust the end of their bench. Like, okay, the end of their bench is not good because they were playing either Decker. They were like refusing to play Decker and Montrezl Harrell when they probably could have.
Well, that's
and
the
then
thing.
after that, they've got no one.
Yeah.
The way Nene fit into that team was like a glove because he was the guy who banged bodies inside when, he was on the court with, say, Ryan Anderson at the 4. And it's just like, when he goes down, when Ryan Anderson was playing the 5, like, that's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't like that.
I think one of the big problems was depth in this series because once Nene went down, they did play. I think they played 7 players in Game 5 and 6.
Yeah.
Or I think maybe Game 6 they played a few more because Decker got some time and Montrezl Harrell got time.
But that was blowout minutes.
But like they weren't getting time earlier in the series.
And I think benches are less important in the playoffs, but you still need some guys to take up some minutes and stuff, and not just be either you don't want to be in the Wizards position where you play bench guys who just hemorrhage points, and you don't want to be in the Rockets position where you just don't want to play your bench guys and everyone gets really tired. I think that was a big problem for them. But
I think they need to get another good bench big or something. Just a good defensive wing, even someone that can contribute, because I feel like the bench is just a little too weak for them to be contending, and they still are a great team as they are, but I don't know how their cap situation is. I don't think it's good.
Yeah, I don't think they've got room for another big player. Jake?
I'd try and move maybe Trevor Ariza. He's the oldest out of their core. And, his value's at its highest, I think that it's going to be. He's only going to get worse from here, I think. He seemed to be a pretty durable player, but I think upgrade at the 3 somehow.
Yeah.
But you can't lose that 3 and D.
If they were to get a 3, I think, if you had to pick one player in the league that, obviously isn't a star that can just slide in. If you had to pick one player that's, similar-ish to Ariza that would fit in, it would be Jay Crowder.
Yeah.
Or Melo.
Again, no star. But someone who's obviously not a max player. It's around Ariza's contract.
Yeah.
But then you look at it and the Celtics wouldn't give him up.
not.
They didn't want to give him up for Jimmy Butler.
I think the other thing is, does that push them over the hump really?
Yeah, exactly.
Jay Crowder's really good, but he's not the sort of player who transforms you from a good playoff team to a contender.
Yeah.
I mean, we shouldn't get too down on the Rockets.
I think maybe next year just hope they hit a few more shots.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. I feel that they've, got a good recipe. It just needs to stick more. They need to figure out some other options when Harden's not shooting the ball, because when he wasn't shooting the ball, they looked lost.
Yeah.
They looked like they didn't know what to do, like none of them ever touched a basketball in their life.
Yeah.
Maybe they should get Blake Griffin.
That is the star power.
That's a set.
That'd be interesting.
He shot almost 40% from 3 this season. So he
If
sort of fits into that.
if it's the Rockets' agenda.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know I don't think they have money for it, but if they could swing that
I mean,
somehow,
Daryl Morey is someone who will make money.
and he's also the kind of guy who's always regardless of their success, he's still going to look for a second star to put with Harden. So,
yeah, well, that's one thing. One
I
thing
can
I
see it.
loved about the Rockets for ages when they were such a mediocre team. They just stacked assets for ages and ages, and they've still got some bench assets. If something comes to be, so let's not sleep on them. I think they're going to come back stronger than ever next year.
Okay, what about Chris Bosh?
yeah, I remember he was going to go. He had an offer from them 2 or 3 years ago.
Just say, he's got the issues, so he has to go cheap.
Let's
somewhere.
be real. He's going to the Cavs next year.
Is there any chance he's coming back?
Yeah, he wants to come back next year.
But is there any chance the league lets him?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's not about the league letting him,
Why isn't he playing then?
because the Heat.
Oh,
I
right,
think
yeah,
the Heat
sorry.
still have his rights and shit, but I'm not sure. Let's hope Chris Bosh comes back.
I hope he comes back, but also I hope he comes back without possibly dying on the court.
See,
Yes.
I only hope he comes back if he's actually right to come back,
yeah.
not because he's trying to just push the.
Yeah, that scenario seems a lot like the Heat are doing the right thing by him.
Oh, I
He's
think
trying-
the Heat are getting a bad end of it, looking like the bad guy because they're not pushing him to get back. I think they just care about the players more than everyone thinks they do.
Yeah, it seems like it doesn't make a lot of sense for them to keep him out because he's an all-star player.
That's it. It's just basketball,
Yeah.
Dude's got a family, a life.
Yeah, exactly. It seems like the Heat are doing the right thing. Which it's sad for Bosh, but I'd rather he not die.
Apparently he's got a mansion that isn't fit for porn. I don't know if you
Yeah, I saw that.
What?
He's getting sued by a porn company. It wasn't. There was no porn getting filmed in the house.
Yet.
But some head of a porn company hired out his mansion.
Yeah.
They were gonna live there or whatever, and they are at the moment suing the Bosches because there was some mold and shit and some rats and this and that. Apparently it was disgusting.
That's
Just unlivable.
The
gross.
shit you do
Wait.
when you got time off. And you're a millionaire.
So, is this the house Bosh lives in?
No,
dude,
this is another house.
Okay.
He's got a lot of houses, man.
Yeah, so his porn house.
He's porn.
Right.
Clearly. Yeah, the Love Shack.
The maids forgot to come
Do you-
over for a
Matt,
few weeks.
I think maybe you remember this. Do you remember when Childish Gambino was interviewed on the Triple J Top
And he
100?
wrote I can't remember what song
Sweatpants,
he wrote.
maybe?
Sweatpants in Chris Bosh's library or something like that.
Yeah.
That's so fucking cool. Also, I noticed you said the words Love Shack. I had an interesting quote from Shaq the other day. Apparently, on the bottom of his like Christmas cards and shit, he said like, "Oh, I can't write Love Shack. The B-52s ruined that for me." Because the song Love Shack.
Beautiful.
Let's move on to the Wizards.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Wizards.
Who watched Game 7?
I watched Game 7.
I think we all watched Game 7.
I watched Game 7.
I pulled over to watch the last 10 minutes of Game 7.
That was a fun game.
The Wizards.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are in a really odd place, I feel, because they don't look like they're contenders for a title because their bench is so weak, but they're not getting any younger.
Yeah.
Their starting five, they're all at an age where it's sort of like now, apart from, Wall and Bill, who are starting to get up there, honestly. Like, it shows how fucking long we've been following these guys.
Well, they're getting to their prime. They're not young anymore.
They're getting to their prime. These, in the next coming years, should be the years that they're going hard for a title.
Absolutely.
And with that bench, they can't do it. Gortat's only going to start slowing down, getting worse. I can't even remember who else on the bench. Like, I'm trying to think of the bench. Brandon Jennings, he's garbage.
Bogdanovic is there.
Bogdanovic, he's still young. He'll improve. But you look at that.
Kelly Oubre's still
they don't have
a few years away from being MVP. So.
And they don't have a ton of cap space just from looking at the team.
2.0.
Yeah.
I think they have to do something.
Alright.
Rebuild, let's go.
So with Otto Porter,
mm-hmm.
do you guys think they bring him back?
Hell yeah.
I don't think they're going to because I think he's going to be too pricey for them.
Trade him.
See, I reckon he's a good player, a good 3-and-D player, but then he's not what they need if this is like the final form of this team. They're not going to get anywhere. So, but if they don't sign him, they'll have, not next year, but the year after, they'll have space for a max free agent. So, I mean, it would suck to let go of Otto Porter, who's a good player who you developed, but
who
it's sort of like...
sign there?
I mean, well, that's the next question. But
yeah, I think that's too uncertain for them.
Yeah.
Like when Porter, might not be an all-star, but he's going to be like a really good player.
Yeah.
He plays both sides. He shoots the ball. Like his true shooting percentage is like off the charts.
Yeah.
So I think
playing with ball and wheel.
Yeah.
Ball and wheel.
Ball and wheel.
Yeah. I think this is.
I'm sick.
This is
my
where you
favorite
look at the team.
pub in Washington.
It's where you look at the team and you say, do they, not sign Otto, risk it, try and land a big fish like they did with KD, not signing anyone, letting it go, and then they've just got to spend their money on some table scraps.
Yeah.
And now, they're not looking that great on the bench, but if they do that again, they're in the exact same situation they were 2 years ago.
Mm.
And look where that's got them. I mean, granted, they got to the second round, but it's just not enough.
Would have been so much more fun if Durant signed with the Wizards.
It would have been.
Yeah.
It sucks for the Wizards because they don't have their first round pick. So
where's that?
I have no idea. But
somewhere.
No, it might be in Boston. We don't know. We don't know.
I'm pretty sure that was the Trey Bogdanovic trade.
Yeah. And so the Celtics are going to get better next season.
Yeah.
A lot of other East teams are going to get better, but the Wizards, what are they going to do to get better?
Yeah.
Well, okay. So I think they have to bring back Porter. Like you said, Oubre is not that bad off the bench, and Bogdanovic, I guess they're going to bring him back.
I believe in Oubre a bit more than Porter.
Oubre needs
more.
to...
I think it's going to be good. I don't think it's going to be any better.
In terms of
I rate Porter
ceiling?
so highly.
I think Oubre has a higher ceiling than Porter.
Okay.
Not that I think either of them are not going to be good, but I rate Otto Porter so highly.
Yeah, I think Porter's...
Even since his rookie year when he played not up to what he should have, he just didn't get an opportunity. And it's the same as all those Wizards rookies. They just never got opportunities.
I do think Porter... I think both of them will be good starting level players. Where they end up, who knows, but... a question for them is Gortat, if they bring him back. I heard him say after the Game 7 loss that he doesn't really know if his future's there. Which is interesting.
Because Gortat's at that age where, he's made a lot of his money that he's going to make. He probably wants to win now. There are a lot of teams that can use a centre like him.
Yeah.
Golden State.
Yeah, I'd almost put Gortat on the Golden State centre watch for 2017, 2018.
And if they're going to pay Mahimi $1 bajillion, even if he's not worth it, they kind of have to start him.
Mahimi's really bad.
I think
why are they
Mahimi's
paying him so much?
A solid okay.
He's so fucking garbage.
No, he's fine.
He's a shit defender. He fouls every trip when he's good. Just stand straight up. Actually, no. Let's just fucking uppercut this dude. Don't even go for the ball. Just Put your hands up. On offense, let's just fucking throw the ball out of bounds. What the fuck's he doing? He lost them game 7.
Do you have a fuck Young Mahimi song for us?
Fucking beyond that, man.
His prime was when he won a chip with Dallas in 2011. Like, it's not
No,
getting any better.
did he win most improved player, or did he just?
He was just good at the Pacers. Like,
I liked him at the Pacers. He was a solid player.
He's a backup.
Fuck you, man. Like, get a normal name.
He's French, dude.
He's really French.
Nicholas Batum's name's normal. That's no fucking excuse.
It's actually Nicholas.
Oh, Nicholas Batum.
Look, I still like the Wizards.
Yeah.
I think they did well, and
I mean, they lost to the first seed in 7.
yeah,
it's not
who's
the
going
end of the
super
world.
super deep, and they're super not deep. So they're almost a Charlotte Blake. So like,
Oh my god.
that's a school throwback call.
That Blake, that hurt.
Does Blake listen to this?
Tag.
Probably
Definitely
not.
not.
Shout out to you, Blakey.
That was just a school call. I still love you.
Alright. I think, that's probably...
That's 15 minutes on.
That's probably enough on these two teams. But I guess there's not a ton to talk about with a lot of these other teams either.
Yeah.
What series do we want to hit up next?
You guys ready for a segue?
Ooh.
Okay. You know how Matt said ball and wheel before? There's actually going to be a ball in the NBA next season, potentially.
Ooh.
But
Fucking hope not.
who will they... I've lost it.
It's Lonzo.
It's Lonzo Ball. It sounds like LeVar's not... Ooh, is it LeVar's not letting him work out for teams that aren't the Lakers, or Lonzo's not choosing not to? Do we...
I don't know, because no one hears from fucking Lonzo Ball. We just hear from good old fucking grandpa fucking LeVar. Fuck
No,
this
he's
guy.
dad. He's
I don't know. I mean, fuck that guy.
he lost his rights as
Does
well.
LeVar get like 2 hours of TV every day?
Pretty much.
He's on all the time. He's like... I see
Legit, though.
on Twitter there's clips of him all the time. I don't know why... I mean, I know why people are bringing him on, but I'm just surprised at how often he's around just talking shit.
I feel like he doesn't even think about anything at all. Like, apart from, Alonzo, only work out with the Lakers. Alright, what if the Lakers pass on him? Your fucking son's not going to get drafted in the top 5.
Wait for the second round when they can pick him again.
What do Knicks take him and then they?
That's the thing. He's going to go to a team
Or the
like the Knicks
Kings.
and his career's going to
Yes,
die, and it's going to
I
be
think-
awesome.
Yeah, Knicks Kings are probably the perfect two in terms of
Logan,
the drama.
he's going to slip to the fucking Kings, and that's going to be beautiful because
Yeah.
he'll still be in California and he'll still be horrible.
Yeah.
But I just think, he's there, and I like what Kyrie said on, the good old Cavs podcast.
What was that?
How, like, when he was 18, like, because his dad was, just as involved as LeVar was in his life, but obviously he's not a fucking moron. And he was saying to his dad, it's time to step back, I'm 18, got to make my own decisions from now, and then his dad, step back, that sort of thing. And, you got to agree, he's going to be, an NBA player this season.
Mm-hmm.
I mean...
Your dad's not going to be there holding your hand every step of the way.
It's going to be an interesting question of, is his talent just the only thing that teams care about, or is it this massive media storm, personality issues, all that stuff? Not even his personality, just the personality that's around him.
Yeah.
Is that going to be enough for a team to say it's not worth it?
I think so, definitely.
Yeah.
Teams don't need this negative attention.
I think he's just going to the Lakers. Like,
Part of
right
me was
now.
kind of glad that the Lakers got picked 2 because it kind of aligns him with them.
Yeah.
And in my mind, like, he's already there.
Yeah.
I think like I still think the Lakers will pick him because it's Los Angeles. They don't know any better. But I just think working out for one team. What are you doing? Like, what if that team doesn't pick you? You're just damning yourself. Why not work out with the other teams? Sure, if you don't want to go to the Celtics, don't work out with them. But at least work out with some teams underneath the Lakers, like another team you might be interested in. Because putting all your eggs in one basket never ends well.
I would be legitimately stunned if he didn't go to LA.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine like anything else.
Suns. He's going to
The Suns wanted him.
Yeah.
Like, reports are that the Suns would have taken him if they got the
They
higher
will.
selection.
Poor Suns.
Which would have been fucking
Poor
funny.
Suns.
Get the fourth pick.
Who do you think?
Fourth? Yeah.
Just quickly, who do you think the Celtics picking at pick 1 and are they keeping that pick?
If we keep the pick Fultz,
Yeah,
we
it's
have to
Fultz
take Fultz.
regardless.
I don't know who
100%.
Fultz is. I know of 2 prospects in this draft. There's Josh Jackson, because Matt sent me an article about him.
Josh Jackson's a good
Sure.
player.
4
too.
months ago. And Lonzo, because obviously. And then I'm sure I'll find out about more in the coming. We'll have to do another one on this
Josh
podcast.
Jackson is going to the Suns.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have to do another podcast where you guys explain.
That'll be an off-season one.
Yeah.
Let's just we're wasting a lot of time.
Yeah.
Another rookie pod.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
I'm kind of interested in this draft class.
Yeah.
Because my team has a pick.
Yeah.
I'm interested in this draft class because we're probably going to trade all of our assets and go into full tank mode.
Potentially.
Let's get it.
Oh, I'd be interested, but Brooklyn got the foul.
Wait,
Gentlemen.
Yeah.
It's come to fruition.
Oh,
boys.
this is
It's
crazy.
happened.
It's actually,
Yeah.
It's
I thought the Celtics had the worst. No, not the Celtics. The Nets had the worst record.
And yet,
they did.
Why don't they have?
I'm
I thought they
I'm a bit
had the number
confused.
one pick.
Jake, why do you think Marco Fultz is going to the
because what's his name? The GM of the Nets.
Billy King?
Yeah, he's a fucking idiot.
You know who's a genius? Paul Pierce. Did you
Did you see the meme I sent?
Yeah,
love your work,
his
Paul.
final gift to the Celtics. That was genius.
Love you, Paul.
We love you, Paul.
It's quite nice seeing the payoff for losing out.
Yeah.
2 Hall of
It
Fame
is.
players.
Well, that's it. It's everyone absolutely shunned Danny Ainge for that trade.
Yeah, I hated him.
And we were all, I think even Jake was on it, and we were just like, fucking, this is how you treat your Hall of Fame players,
Yeah.
but now you're just like, you obviously knew it was the end of the cycle and you've planned for the future and look how it's panned out. First seed with the first pick.
He didn't want to do the same thing that happened with McHale and Bird and Parrish. Like, they stayed for too long and then it really struggled
And it's
to
legit,
rebuild.
like
the
the
Celtics weren't around in the 90s yet.
No.
look at what's happened to the Lakers right now. Like, you
true.
don't trade away your pieces.
The Kobe sticks
Yeah,
around.
like the Kobe redemption tour was cool
Amazing.
for us,
Yeah.
but it
Bad
was
for the
not.
Lakers.
For actual Lakers fans who are
Yeah.
more than just Kobe hypes.
True.
I think it's good for the NBA that the Celtics and the Lakers sort of seem like... Well, the Celtics, like...
They're coming back
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
the Lakers have a lot more questions about, like, where they're
yeah,
going,
for sure.
obviously, but...
They have some assets and stuff.
And then, like Luke Walton seems like a genuinely good coach.
Yeah.
So they've got that in place.
That's it.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I think we'll talk about this more when the actual draft happens because it doesn't really matter so much knowing what pick you have, but it's more who you get.
Yeah.
Let's focus on the now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the now, like how many games are the Cavs going to take to beat the Celtics team? I think it's 4.
I think
Today was a bad time.
I really
Yeah.
like every one of my predictions has been, or not everyone, but
I think I've
most
been
of
right
them,
on almost like all but 2. I think.
most of mine have been I want every team to get a game,
Mm.
so I've been picking it. It doesn't happen a lot because
That's what I, like a lot of my
Cavs
picks were
quite
going to
good.
be.
Yeah.
But then you got to go with your head, and it's just like they're so good.
So there were a couple of plays where LeBron matched up on IT and he just...
oh,
Did you see that
Ran-
one when
Oh, I know,
Isaiah
like-
jumped into him?
Yeah,
and
he
he
just
just-
ran at him.
just tried to stop him, and it just like LeBron, like he was going for a dunk, and he just like turns it into a layup because he gets pushed a bit. But
Yeah.
Isaiah barely bothered him, and he went all in on him. Just
Like, I think the Wizards Celtics series was very beneficial for the Cavs to watch in terms of getting the sweep because I like watching the game. I noticed them do a few things the Wizards did to manage to get some switches of Otto Porter onto Isaiah Thomas, and when they can try and do that and get LeBron matched up on him, just bully him, and that's easy scores. I just think
now that's
how are the Celtics going to win?
what the head says. What the heart says is
It's
Celtics
Celtics
in 7,
in
baby.
Celtics in 7.
One thing I did like that looked kind of promising for the Celtics was I think it was towards the end of the third maybe Abrad tried to baptize LeBron.
Oh
Like,
my
I
God.
saw he went up all over him and I thought it was a clean block. They called a foul.
Yeah, I don't-
but it was just promising to like see that they're still, even though like they know this game's over, they're gonna put in some effort and try.
I don't think we'll go down without like making a game of 2
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah,
And, like,
I don't think they'll win a game, but I think there'll be at least one really close game where
Yeah.
it goes
Yeah.
down the wire. I'm hoping at least.
So, 2 things I noticed from the game today were Boston shot really badly, which probably won't happen to that extent again, or it won't happen over and over. And their defense wasn't super good.
oh yeah, our
So-
switches were late every
Yeah.
time and
Yeah.
just led to uncontested lanes.
Love got a lot of
I think-
the ball.
I think that's why I was saying to S Ren before. I think the key, apart from obviously your god LeBron, to winning this series for the Cavs is just utilising Tristan Thompson. Because he's a rebounding machine. The Celts are very weak inside in terms of strength and physicality. When you've got Al Horford playing centre, where he should probably be a power forward, you've got Tristan Thompson there. They've got to, send 2 guys to hit those balls, and that just leaves Kevin Love so open. And Kevin Love's in great form at the moment.
Yeah.
He's not looking like he's going to miss those open looks.
Al Horford's never going to play a power forward position in his whole career. Like all this time at the Hawks, they were like, "Oh yeah, he should be a power forward, kinda."
You know,
and like he could.
He wanted to play power forward, but no one would put him there.
Yeah, and then now we're in the era of 4 shooters, and on the court, he's never going to be a power forward.
This is why I'm interested to see how the Celtics utilise Amir Johnson. Because he's the big guy for them. He's got to shut out Tristan Thompson on those offensive boards. So,
I think...
Isn't it Olynyk that guy? What are you talking about?
Oh, God.
I read something where we should just concede that we're not going to beat Cleveland inside and just go small more often.
Yeah.
Which I like that idea. Just shake it up a little.
That's it. Like you did that a lot with the Wizards in Game 7. You played the small lineup. And
I trust Brad Stevens to look at that stuff. I think he's a good
That's
coach.
it.
Yeah.
He knows what's up. He knows what's up.
We couldn't possibly win a Game 7, the lottery, and Game 1 of the conference. Like,
Yeah,
let's just
it's
keep it fair.
Yeah.
You let the league have a chance.
What did you guys think of Olynyk in Game 7?
Oh,
Jake, I want your opinion.
I was screaming like, how, what? Like, brings us a Game 7 at home, and it'll be a game I won't forget.
I think it
I
makes
don't know.
it
Trade the motherfucker.
he's always been that kind of guy who can score, and it makes more sense than James Young going off or Jonas Jerebko going off for you. But I ever since Olynyk's been in the league, I've flip flopped between if I like him or if I hate him.
I hate
and
his
recently,
guts.
I'm on the hate. So every time he hit a shot, I was rolling my eyes oh
yeah.
as if, and then he hit
at the end, you just every time he gets the ball, you're like, he couldn't possibly do it.
And then he hit it, and I rolled my eyes again.
Kelly,
That's what makes
Olynyk.
it so frustrating because you see him do that, or you see him do other things, and you're like, oh.
I mean, he played shockingly today.
Yeah. Do you see him in Game 7 attacking the rim and just being really poised with the ball and laying it in nicely, and then rip?
Do you guys think that this performance in Game 7 can help springboard his career to improving and one day getting into a starting lineup or something like that? Or do you think this is a one-game, one-off, this is all he's going to be remembered for when it's all said and done?
Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised if, is he at the end of his rookie deal about now?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he got a big offer from somewhere, like the Nets or something, and he just
it's always the Nets.
and he becomes
so
a huge
perfect.
disappointment.
Or
For them
we
or
trade him to the
Timberwolves
Nets.
or
He's
someone.
coming to the fucking Bulls. I know. I can feel it. Oh, I can feel
Hi,
it.
Nicola. Hello, Kelly Olynyk.
I hated Michael Carter Williams for so long, and the Bulls got him, so I had to like him. It's going to happen with Kelly.
And Mirotic.
Yeah. Oh my god.
You guys ever heard of spacing? It's brilliant.
The league's evolving, damn it.
If we've got 3 guys at the 1, 2, and 3 that can't shoot, we may as well get all the shooting at the 4 and the 5.
Hakeem Olynyk drew one. I'm just saying.
God.
I think it was really good to see. That's what you want from Game 7. Just there's always an unlikely hero, and that was him. And for a little while, it looked like it was going to be Bradley Beal when he just hit shot after shot after shot, and it was just him one end, Olynyk the other, then him, then Olynyk, and it was awesome.
There was a good section where whenever John Wall or Bradley Beal hit a shot, Thomas would just take it to the other end and beat everyone up the court and get a layup. That was fun.
Yeah.
But
I shouldn't have slept through that game. In retrospect, I shouldn't have gotten up early and then fucked around and then gone back to bed to watch it and fallen asleep. That was a mistake. Do we want to talk
about Zaza? Yeah.
This is probably.
Fuck
was
that
it
guy.
on purpose?
I don't think it matters.
I don't think he meant to hurt him. That's my comment.
Yeah,
Jakey?
I think it was on purpose.
There was an extra step. Obviously, you see him take that extra step.
I don't think Zaza is poised enough to make.
See, you saw Durant talk about it in a post-game conference. Just big men can't stay that level on the ground. Sometimes the momentum carries them. I don't think he meant to hurt him.
Yeah, I don't think it was a deliberate injury.
I think
he meant to hit Kawhi and get Kawhi good, but I don't think he meant to hurt Kawhi.
I think what he was trying to do was get in his space. As soon as Kawhi came down, I don't think he meant to get under him necessarily. And I just sure, you don't want to get under people, and they call it a foul, and it's a foul. I just don't know what the alternative is, because you can't say you can't run it, guys, because then
But the way you look at it,
feet away,
he did more than just run at him though, because Kawhi was fading in the corner, and Zaza was nowhere near when he first took the shot, so he jumped, landed where Kawhi was originally taking the shot. And it's not like it was a little shuffle. It was a pretty big next step. Well, exactly, kick the table. But I don't think there was a malicious intent, but there was obviously some reasoning behind the shuffle, and I think it's just, one of those things that needs to be completely outlawed. Like, they've got to punish it. If they punish people for the smallest things, like, celebrating a basket, you've got to punish from someone hurting someone else.
I wouldn't be upset to see it as a flagrant foul or something like that. But my other problem is I don't know how often it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, even with it being accidental, I think a flagrant one, that's like
that's the unnecessary contact one.
I think it should be a flagrant one.
They're going to look at it and they need to get some more... I think having this talk about it's good because if you saw Zaza, he didn't think it was a foul even.
Zaza thought that was all clean.
Obviously players need to know about that and getting under people, and that if even if you don't mean it, if they land on your foot, like, it's a foul.
Yeah.
So I think again, like, because Kawhi was moving and he was moving so fast, it's hard for him to, like, stop in the exact spot where Kawhi's going to land on him on purpose.
Honestly, I think it was inevitable that Kawhi got hurt again. Like, he rolled his ankle earlier in that game, quarter, on his own teammate. Like, the ankle was weak for sure.
Like, granted, I'm not saying that, like, it was... If Zaza didn't do that, Spurs win the game, because chances are on another play where he just comes up, grabs a rebound, lands on the floor, he's going to roll his ankle again.
Yeah.
But I think it's just the fact that it happened in the way it happened is why there's so much chatter about it.
Yeah.
But I think if he stays in, though, it's 1-1 right now. Like,
definitely, yeah.
I think, I'm sort of sad to say this, but I think the smart play for the Spurs might be just keep Kawhi out so he doesn't seriously injure the ankle, except the fact it's going to be a sweep.
I think
just throw Simmons out there.
I think the only thing is they leave Kawhi out for Game 3. If somehow they miraculously win it, he might be okay come Game 4.
Yeah.
Then you think about playing
that's reasonable.
But, if you lose Game 3, you're down 3-0. Do you really believe in your team that much to risk Kawhi's health to come back and maybe win 4 straight games against one of the best teams in NBA history?
Yeah. Do you want to risk Kawhi's ankle for, like, a 1% chance? Like, probably less than that, honestly. It's never happened.
Which, honestly, I feel like it might not even be up to the Spurs, honestly. Kawhi might just, walk up to the team one day and be like, Pop, you put me in the fucking game.
Yeah, there's always
that. You're going to do it right now.
Kawhi, what are you doing? Starting the game, coach.
That's the most rebellious Kawhi's ever been.
No, Kawhi, on crutches. Don't care.
Yes, so we're all pretty cynical about the chances of the Spurs winning in this one.
I think Warriors in 4, Cavs in 4.
Yeah, I think Warriors...
Cavs in 4 in the finals. Let's go.
Warriors in 4, Cavs in 5 for me, I think.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, probably the same. Well, let's go Celtics, get a game.
Celtics in 7. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'd froth that, but I just don't see it happening.
I suppose we'll finish up then, guys. Any final thoughts?
That was about it.
Jonathan Simmons is really good. I want to see him play some more.
I think he's their future starting too.
Yeah. At the Spurs?
Yeah, at the Spurs.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's the team that bought him in.
He's already 27 though.
He'll show some loyalty.
Yeah, but
okay.
Even though he's 27, he's one of the... He's a young 27, if you know what I mean.
He's a rookie.
Yeah.
He's second year.
Yeah, but he's the kind of guy who... He's got the work ethic.
Absolutely.
The work ethic.
Words are good.
The way he's earned his way into the league is the kind of thing...
It's paid his way.
Yeah, exactly. Get bright. It's clearly a Spurs culture. And he just fits the team well. He can play the two well. He's such an energetic guy.
Yeah.
I love him.
I love that Deontay Murray's going to be good in 6
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
When he can actually score.
And actually, he did you guys see him throw that round the back pass? Like, do you reckon Pop roast him for 40 minutes after throwing that pass?
Sure.
The Spurs did really well to get this guy.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see how much damage Paddy can do and how much money he
Yeah,
can
I'm
make
very
for
excited
himself
for Paddy
in
to
the
drop
offseason.
60.
Yeah, who's throwing money at Paddy?
Oh, also,
it's the Knicks.
We might only have 2 more games of Manu. I think we should think about that.
Yeah.
And that could be the end of Tony
could be
and
Tony
Manu.
as well. We don't know
That
how
whole era.
he's going to come.
Oh, goodness.
This could be we could see a completely new branded Spurs next season.
I wonder if Pop,
maybe they'll start bringing in some 3-point shooters and stuff.
Pop
firing from
He's
3.
eternal.
Okay.
Ginobili's going to the Warriors.
Could you
Philly.
imagine?
He's going to Philly.
Ginobili to
1 year, 20 mil.
Ginobili to the Cavs. Let's go.
Yeah. God.
Does Ginobili get left out of some San Antonio meetup parties like the Celts.
Oh God, yes, he does.
Well, first, I don't think they have parties. I think they have polite dinners. They all start at 6 and they finish by 9 because everyone's got to get to bed. You know that.
They have dinner parties. That's it.
Yeah.
They filmed 4 ads today. Suppose that's a good.
Yeah, they are.
They met at the country club.
Anyway, thank you for listening to our fine podcast. I think we did a good job on this one,
Yeah,
guys.
that's right.
It was fine.
Yeah. Send us some emails telling us how good we are. You can do that at therostermail@gmail.com.
Sorry, S Ren.
They're just making really bad jokes.
You guys good?
Yeah, you said we were fine, so
You want to...
don't worry.
That's alright, bro.
Yeah, if you email us saying we're fine, we'll send you our shirtless calendar. The-roster.net for all of our lovely content. We'll have the stanchion up by the time you listen to this. Yeah, so go and look at that. Jakey's debut, possibly Rob's debut if you write something. Probably not then, Rob doesn't know what we're talking about.
Maybe you guys have covered about everything this week. There's not much left to
Yeah,
write
that's
on.
true. Facebook.com/roster.net. That's actually a bad URL now I think about it. Maybe we'll
That's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. You'll know where it is. At Roster Tweets on Twitter. therostermail@gmail.com for the calendar, which doesn't exist. Don't get your hopes up.
Yet.
Yes, if you email us, it'll happen.
And we've got potentially a Mass Effect article up soon.
Oh yeah, I'm writing that at the moment.
And a Clippers article as well.
Yeah, true. That'll be next week, I think.
We'll see how we go.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Thank you for listening. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you
Goodbye.
next week.
Bye.
Bye, Tim Tom.